Man, thank y'all for rocking and rolling with me again, man. Larry M. Brooks, and this is Game for the Game, episode 4. And man, last time I started off fast. This time I'm gonna start off slow, deliberately. I had to do some reevaluating of why I'm in front of this camera just that fast. In 4 episodes, I almost lost what I was supposed to be doing, worrying about some damn algorithms and putting out so many videos to create an algorithm. Man, that ain't what I'm here for. I forgot I don't give a damn about none of that. I ain't trying to get no money off of this. I'm already paid, man. You know, there's other ways, to generate some money besides putting watered down product out there to make some algorithms click. Like I said, man, this episode 4, and I'm gonna slow this one down. I'm gonna sit here and rap with y'all for a minute about this one here. Give me some time, because I gotta develop this one here. But I got something I'm gonna read to begin with, son, because that's who it's for. That's my mission. I almost forgot my mission. Well, I almost took the energy away from my mission. My purpose is to pretty much make time capsules of philosophical viewpoints, pointers, leaving you some breadcrumbs, some tricks to the trade, game for the game. Let me read this one to you, man. This ain't no Bible lesson, but I'm reading this from the Bible. Let your light shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Let me read that again, man, because I'm going to touch on a lot of it. This is a heavy, deep, very, very, it pertains to what's going on as a man as you walk through life. Let your light shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. It's Matthew 5:15. When I first read it, and I've heard that verse so many times, being from a very church-going family in Texas, Turkey Creek, Liberty, Texas. I've heard my grandmother say that verse. I've heard my daddy. I've heard pastors go over that verse so many times. And at first glance, it seemed pretty simple, right? Do well so that others may see you doing well, so that they know who your Father is. They know you come from well because you're doing well. Let your light shine so they know it's you come from good stock. So that glorifies your Father. If you're doing well out in here, that glorifies your family. It's like getting hot on me. But I want to go further into that, man. I use that Bible verse as a foundation, but I want to talk to you, son, about walking in your light and what comes with that. Because that Bible verse don't tell you what happens when you walk in the light. When you walk in the light, the many gonna see you. And when you walk in the light, the many, that disturbs their frequency, because the many don't walk in the light. And they don't want to see nobody else walking in the light. Because why should you walk in light if they can't pull it off? They feel dark. And they see something over there walking in light, walking in their light. And what I mean by walking in light, I'm going to break it down a little further and not stay so superficial with it, and give you some examples, right? In classroom, you study. Teacher asks a question. Nobody want to raise their hand because nobody want to come across like they a nerd, like they've been studying. That's a huge stigma in our community. Everybody done been through that. Nobody want to answer them questions. Oh man, he a nerd. Oh man, oh goody. But that's walking in the light. The many ain't gonna like that. The many ain't gonna like that. It's gonna disturb their spirit. It's gonna mess with their frequency. When you walk in that light, when you keep answering them questions because you represent where you come from home, that you study at home. And you come to school with answers. So when she asks them questions, you got them. Guess what? They're gonna start hating on you, whispering, oh man, talking down on you. They're gonna find any little thing to throw at you. Man, look at them ragged ass shoes. He ain't got no style. Pants look funny. Whatever, man. They're gonna keep coming. I don't like it. Look, you seen a ragged ass car mama driving. That's what they do to people who answer. They just gonna find something. That's why everybody try to be quiet in the class. Nobody wanna shine. Nobody want to shine in that environment because the many come for you. But when you walking in that light, it ain't for the many. Sit there with that. Walking in that light ain't for the many. The many gonna throw stones. It's the few when you walk in that light that's gonna see your light. And they gonna say, it might be 2 out of 100 that see that light. And they be like, man, I see him. I see her. They brave, they got their head up, their chest out, you know, and they take all that and they walking in their light no matter what the many is doing to them. It gives them confidence to want to let their light shine. Or they want to come up to you when your light shine. Another thing that's going to happen, not only will you give other people the confidence to let their light shine, but you may be approached when somebody get that angle on you, catch you in a quiet spot. Hey man, you mind helping me study? What are you doing? Or what are you doing with helping you have those answers in class like that when you let your light shine? You know, hopefully that make a little sense to you. I'm gonna keep going with it though. I'm gonna say this, man, about the many. When you got your light shining from within, because we know it's more within than is of the world. God put more in us. It's more in us than is what is out there. So you gotta shine from within, and you represent your Father. You represent your upbringing. You represent your home bringing. You represent what's in you, your courage, you know, your determination when you let your light shine. When you letting that light shine, the devil will send demons. Those the haters, those the naysayers, those the negative vibes, they coming for you, man. They coming. There's no way to let your light shine, because when you let your light shine, you putting attention on good. And good ain't the frequency of this world. Dark is. So when you let your light shine, you different. You gonna stand out. And everybody hates what's different. They want to destroy that. They want to beat that down, right? So they're gonna throw rocks at you, man. They're gonna try to bust your house up. But you still gotta be courageous enough to let your light shine, and you gotta know they coming. So when you get knocked down, which you will get knocked down. You will, I guarantee it. We all get knocked down as men. We all get knocked down as women. We all get knocked down as humans. And the more you want to let your light shine from within, the more you're going to get knocked down. If you ain't got no light shining, ain't nobody coming to knock you down. There ain't nothing to knock down. How they gonna knock you down? You ain't nothing. You ain't no target. You quiet. You blend on in. You ain't got no light shining. But what's up with that when they knock you down? What you got to do? That's a simple one. You know, everybody knows coming says, get up. But guess what's going to happen again? You're going to get knocked down again. And again, as long as you want to shine, you're going to keep getting knocked down. But that ain't the point, is you get knocked down. The point is you're getting back up 100% of the time. But Larry Brooks, why would God allow demons to attack you when you let your light shine? First off, God ain't going to put more on you than what you can handle. Second, how does God know what you made out of? How does God know you ready for the next blessing if you ain't challenged? He's supposed to just hand you blessings without no challenge, without no trials and tribulations, without no demons trying to knock you off. Look here, man. When I read that verse, man, and what made me think about that concept of getting knocked down is when Jesus, according to the Bible, according to the scripture, like I said, this ain't no Bible lessons. I'm just teaching from the Bible today. But when Jesus walked and let his light shine, well, how'd they treat him? Did they not come for him? The more he let his light shine, isn't the more they came for him? Isn't that not true? So if they coming for him, you know they coming for you. They're gonna come. That's just part of it. So get used to getting knocked down. Don't don't stay down long. If you know you're gonna get knocked down, then you know you got to get up. And you got to, one thing about getting knocked down, a lot of people don't even realize they down. They wallow. They don't even realize they down. The trick to getting knocked down is realizing you down. Because if you don't realize you down, you can't stand back up in it. So if God allowing you to get knocked down, he's allowing you to be attacked by demons, I believe that's just the way of challenging. You know, steel is made in fire. You know, iron and fire, you gotta heat that thing up. You gotta challenge it, man. You gotta beat on it if you want to make a knife, man. Watch that forged in fire. If you want to make a good knife, man, they beat on that knife. They put heat on that knife. They challenge that knife. They put it through all kind of trials and tribulations, trying to break it to make sure it is worthy. God will never give you more than you can handle. So understand, in your trials and tribulations, that's what's making you. You're going to be forged in fire. That's game for the game. Another message to my son, man. But anyway, man, if you walking in your light, did you really believe everybody was going to be happy for you? If you trying to do well, you trying to demonstrate you come from good stock and that you headed in a good path and you trying to walk with your head up, did you feel like the many is going to be happy for you? The many? No. That don't even make no sense. But just be prepared for that, man. Be prepared. You ain't here for the many. Your light is shining for the few, for those 2 out there 100 that see you and want to mimic your energy. That's what you letting your light shine for. You can be the wave. You know what I'm saying? The ripple that causes a wave. That's why you let your light shine. Man, I got a note for you though. You know, that's basically the lesson I wanted to give you. Don't expect no cheers when you walk in that light, man. And expect to get knocked down. They're gonna keep knocking you down. Expect that too. That's part 2. Another thing, man, I knew I was on the right direction this morning, man. I knew I was in the right direction because I prayed and I meditated on this here, this thought that I wanted to deliver. Hopefully I got the point across, but when I opened my work truck door, because I was at work, it was about 7:30 this morning, I looked on the ground and the first thing I saw, and I knew I was doing the right thing, man, I saw a penny with the heads up. A penny on head. I don't give a damn it was on head or tail, but it just happened to be on head. And I'm in the middle of the hood, and I saw that penny. I couldn't help but smile. I said, thank you, God. Woo. I know I'm headed in the right direction because I have created a habit in which a man is no more than an accumulation of all his habits. But every time I see a penny on the ground, I pick it up and I say a prayer. Every time. I try to be 100. I ain't gonna say every time. I'm about 98% accurate, man. If I see 100 pennies, I put 90 of them in, and I usually hand them out to. Somebody asks me for $1 every day, so I take these pennies, man. I done prayed over every last one of them. You got 100 prayers I'm just about to give you. Usually, before I tell them about the prayer, they were like, "You handing me 100 pennies?" Yeah, nigga, shit. I'm picking them up off the ground. You should do that, and you wouldn't have to ask me for them. You would have had them already. But the reason seeing that penny was a sign to me because every time I see a penny, I see a prayer. And I want to walk in abundance. And I believe in blessings, no matter what the size. That, like, if God put a penny on the ground, he just blessed me with a penny to add into what I need, you know, as far as wealth building. And who am I to look down on that penny? Like, that ain't good enough. I'm gonna just step over it. I feel like that's like as a father figure, I might buy my son something small. Pack of white t-shirts, you know, put it on his bed, socks or whatever, underwear. If he came home, socks, why want that? That ain't no J's, that ain't this here. I would be so disappointed. Why would I want to buy you some Jordans? I just gave you a small blessing. You didn't appreciate that. That's not gonna motivate me to give you the bigger one. So when I rationalize a blessing on the ground, I look at it just like that. Like, okay, God, thank you for the small blessing. Because I know I'm gonna be appreciative of a big blessing if I say a prayer off this small one. But that's why I knew I was in the right energy. I had the right frequency this morning because I opened my truck door as soon as I meditated, as soon as I wrote down some notes to come and give my son this lesson. I saw that penny. So the first thing I saw. So I had to say another prayer. Thank you, God. Thank you for blessing me with this here penny. I'm gonna add it to the other ones, and maybe this be the one that take me over the top. Or maybe this be the one that I hand out to somebody that saves them, put some food in their belly today. But anyway, man, hopefully this has been some game for the game. Episode 4, Larry M. Brooks. I'll be back in a week or so, or a couple of days, whenever the spirit moves. Thank y'all for joining.